will see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the UNLV Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wow, taking a shot on the very first play. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Rebels. Made the defense look slow that time.
Well, I can't believe that this is how this game gets started. Very first play of the game, a shot downfield, and a touchdown. With all the buildup and all the hype, this is how we get started.
And it's 7-0 after the BAT. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quick throw, the catch is made. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Second down play coming up for this offense. From the gun, he looks for an open man. He'll take a deep shot here. And the downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
Boy, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? And he drops back in the gun. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on the third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line. Offense facing third and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough fourth down decision? Looking to pick up the first down through the air. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off here. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain on that run.
Well, he didn't get much, but you know what? He got just enough that he needed to get the first down. The pressure came, but they allowed him to escape just enough to be able to get to the sideline to get out of bounds and picked up that first down.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looks to the left, pass caught. In the clear at the 25. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Makes a quick catch. He'll step out after a nice gain there, and the offense will have first and goal.
Always have to be careful on the sideline not to step out accidentally. The wide receiver does a good job here on the route to bring the ball in while on a tightrope.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Pass caught. Can he get in? Defense makes the saving tackle at the 3.
That's a good job of this defense of understanding where they are in the field. They obviously don't want to allow this offense to get into the end zone. They routed the football on that pass and able to keep him short of the goal line.
On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big third down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
He's got it near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Virginia. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Look at this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage. They should have left the ball in the end zone. Here comes the Rebels offense back out on the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? That one moves the ball to the 16.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
The gain makes it second and medium. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. They'll try the option play here. He'll pitch it. He shreds the tackle. He moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Catch made on the out route. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
You call a quick out on third down. I think that tells you the confidence you have in a quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that first down.
First down and 10 now. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. He's past the marker and still going. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
They're going to run the option. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Just a 4-yard gain, so it sets up 3rd and 6.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Can they convert on 3rd down and keep this drive rolling? On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. The offense will go for it on this 4th down near midfield. Back to pass. It's Robinson. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Off the RPO, caught to the right. Tackle made after the completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Looking to chuck it again. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Touchdown, UNLV. This quarterback on fire today. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it in the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
Now the all-important extra point. The extra point makes the lead 14-7. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the kickoff will be a return. He brings it back to the 18 before stepping out. And here comes the Virginia offense back on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Sideline throw caught, but not enough for a first down.
Good job here to be able to get a foot down. That was awfully close to being out of bounds, but no, he's in.
Getting set. Here's second down. There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. The pocket breaking down. And he's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Well, this sack is on the quarterback, in my opinion. Anytime you call a screen, you've got to be aware that that pass rush is coming in. Bait them towards you and go over top. This time, he's unaware of how quickly they're going to come in.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Airing this one out toward the sideline. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
And the returner is brought down. The UNLV offense back out on the field now. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
Ooh, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Catch hauled in here over the middle. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. First and goal on the 9.
You know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving up multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
Fresh set of downs. First and goal. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Sam Bam Cunningham, Bo Jackson. That's a play that legendary running backs have made.
And let's not forget Herschel Walker. Yeah, that's right. You're thinking of old school running backs. It's very rare to see backs go up and over at the goal line. It's refreshing. Nice to see.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now they get set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Cavaliers offense is back out there on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And looking to throw now on first down. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. The offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Extending the play now. Tries to get to the marker with his legs, but comes up a little short on the scramble. Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He'll take a deep shot. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Out past the 30. At the 10 now. Touchdown, UNLV. And the defense adds 6 with an interception return. And a pick 6. A monster play by this defense here, Kirk.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving in some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point makes it 28-7. Getting set to kick the ball off now. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Virginia offense is back out on the field now. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Will the defense play coverage or blitz? Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. Receiver makes the catch.
Well, this is a great catch. He does a nice job of getting his feet down to set up a fourth down and short situation. But, man, I just don't know why he didn't try to fight to get to that marker and pick up a first down.
So here we go. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches in their own territory. Defense not pressing this time. And he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
The UNLV offense back out there. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum, and the defense make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. Coming up, the first snap in the red zone on this drive. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Tackled, but first down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
They'll run it here. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Rebels. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. Good. Now it's a 4-touchdown lead, 35-7. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And here comes the Virginia offense back on the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on 4th down in their end and got stopped. Here comes a handoff. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, that one's picked off. Look out, he's got some space. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
So this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
Here comes the Rebels offense back out on the field. Offense protecting the lead here, but they've been playing so well. Let's see if they go for more before halftime. Looking for a deep completion. It's caught. They will rule that a catch. A huge game through the air.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Fired into a tight window and picked off. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
And the Cavaliers offense is back out there on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. The pass rush closing in. And it's incomplete even on a 1st down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Incompletion makes it 2nd down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Pressure is coming. He's escaping the pocket now. Scrambling. Now he'll make the throw. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. And they finally bring him down. Great defensive play, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see if the takeaway stands. So that is a call to remember. The interception wiped away by a pass interference penalty. See what the call is on 1st and 10. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Eludes the rush. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
Well, that's their 2nd sack already in this game right now. And this offensive coordinator, he's going to have to come up with some changes in pass pro. Keep a tight end in, roll the quarterback out, anything they can do to help him out. Otherwise, this poor guy's going to spend his entire playoff experience on his back.
2nd down, looking to throw it. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
He's tackled just short of the 20-yard line.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the 1st half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
He's running out of time here. Just trying to get rid of it. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. And that's now going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
He'll hand it off. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. And this punt heads toward the sideline. Doesn't travel very far. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. First down, looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch downfield. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. And that is no good. And the score remains very lopsided.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
One more play before they head to the locker room. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. To throw, it's Robinson. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And they'll kick it away now to get this third quarter underway. Turner trying to create good field position. Physical run, breaks through a tackle. Be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Virginia offense is back out on the field now. They get the second half started with their running play. And they'll tackle at about the 23-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And they heave it deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Just ran away from the defense.
What a well-designed play here by this offense to get the ball to the gifted tight end. Of course, he's got the size, but here he shows the speed that he has in outrunning the secondary into the end zone for a big touchdown.
PAT is good. They cut into the lead. It's 35-14. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. The UNLV offense back out on the field now. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle is made. That's good for a first down of the 47. Just pounding away for another big gain, Kirk. You wonder if this defense is beginning to lose its will a little bit.
I think they are losing their will. You can tell by the way they're tackling. It's been a very impressive performance by this offense and by this running back. You got to believe they're just looking to add to this lead with yet another touchdown.
They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
That's a strong run. Keeps the drive going. First down now. And the back now goes in motion. Oh, there's the stiff arm. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
And that is a good chunk of yardage picked up by the big guy. Sometimes you don't need a whole lot of space created for a fullback. He can simply make his own way.
Single back takes the handoff. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Come up on third down. Solid drive. Defense trying to get off the field here. thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. He shreds the tackle. He's going to lose yardage there. Forced out of bounds. Great play by the defense.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Got a lane. Can he get in? Touchdown, UNLV. To stretch the lead, the route is on. How important was that touchdown, Kirk? It's now a two-possession game here in the second half.
It's a great job of this offense with their execution and having situational awareness here in the second half. They now have, as you said, Chris, this two-possession lead. They got a great chance to finish it off and get a win.
And now to try here for the extra point. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. They tackle him at the 8. Good coverage there. Bad decision to bring it out. Here comes the Virginia offense back on the field. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback drops back, bringing pressure. Looking to scramble now. They make the tackle, but that scramble earns him enough yards for the first down.
Defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Defense is coming after him. The Cavaliers will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
serious gamble, folks. Coach going for it, backed up near his own end zone. That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Quarterback lost track of the play clock, and that'll cost the offense 5. And the Cavaliers will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. This is a low liner. This won't go a long way. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Offense will keep it on the ground here.
Well, I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Here's a throw underneath to the back. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Caught quickly. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again. We can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Might have thought they could catch the defense off guard by running the fullback there, but they were all over it.
Yeah, that's a great job by this defense of just showing their instincts and awareness here. Like you said, not being fooled at all. They slip it to the fullback, and he doesn't get any yards at all. In fact, he goes backwards. Good job by the D.
Touchdown, Rebels. This one is getting ugly. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. And the Cavaliers offense is back out there on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. First play of the drive, they look to the right. And they get him down after the completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Second down after that run on the previous play.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Short connection to the tight end here. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a first down.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Lets it go under heavy pressure, taking a shot. That one sails incomplete. He threw it too far.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. And he's going to launch it deep again. And And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Here comes the UNLV offense back out there. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Running with purpose. Well, they've got him behind the line. It's a tackle for loss to wrap up the 3rd quarter.
UNLV 49, Virginia 14.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. It's an option look. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, and it's blocked to the end zone. Oh, and this is going to wind up as a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play for this defense. Not only do they get a couple points, they get the football back as well. It should give these guys a spark and some momentum.
So the safety will set up a free kick. They'll boot it away from their 20. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Virginia offense is back out on the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Goes to his right side there for the completion.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
He's moving out of the pocket. Using his legs here. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. And the Cavaliers looking to crank up the tempo a bit. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a 1st down. The Cavaliers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of.
And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
The sack sets up 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back. And here comes a deep shot. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Here comes the Rebels offense back out on the field. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Bulldozing his way past tacklers. Makes the 1st down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Here's the option play. Pitches to the back. Gets some space around the 30. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. At the 20. Touchdown, UNLV. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.
And the point after is right down the middle. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Virginia offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Handoff here from the shotgun. We're gaining some breathing room now. Tackle at the 26.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down. And the Cavaliers will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. The corner is now playing a couple yards off the ball. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking to make a big play downfield. Here's another interception. We're losing track. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will set up the offense at the 38.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Boy, this guy's been a lot of fun to watch today. Showing a lot of ability to get outside with speed, some toughness between the tackles. Now he's well over 100 yards, and a big part of the reason this team's going to advance to the next round.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. First down and 10.
Moves.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Juked one tackler and picks up first down yardage.
What a shot, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
ball is snapped, and the quarterback will just take a knee.
This has been a great game and a great opportunity for this offense to show what they've been all about all year. They win today, and they advance to the next round.
And it's a kneel down. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to